Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk more about D23 in the Star Wars reveals. In this case, we're going to talk about the Star Wars luxury liner.
Yeah, we talked about it before, but we're going to talk to you about it a little bit more.
We are, because we have more details about it and how this kind of jives with, well, the disappointment of Galaxy's Edge. All the features that were promised for Galaxy's Edge, it seems like they're actually making their way to this hotel for like $1,000 a night.
An upcharge, for the upcharge.
For the upcharge. So if you want the things that were promised, you're going to have to pay more. You're going to, of course, you're going to have to pay more. That's Disney magic. More revenue. Okay, so before we get into the video, thank you so much for all the subscriptions, guys. All the subs. We passed 50,000 last week-ish, and we're headed toward 100,000 by the end of the year. I'm being optimistic.
Yeah,
you
are.
Hoping that we do. So thank you so much for your support, guys. We can continue to make content like this if you keep watching our videos. So about a week and a half ago, we did a video on this article by Al Lutz on Mice Chat. And Al Lutz is a pretty well-known Disney insider. There's a whole nother issue surrounding Al Lutz, but he is a pretty well-known Disney insider, and he was talking about all the budget cuts that came to Galaxy's Edge. The reason that Galaxy's Edge is so underwhelming is that Disney did trim a lot of the promised features. They had all kinds of things they were going to do. They were going to have aliens and animatronics and
robots, aliens you could interact with.
Yeah,
they have actors going about, this big restaurant and all this other stuff.
This crazy restaurant. It was going to be a really super immersive experience.
They talked about how they were gonna have this big deal about how you sided or how you performed on different things is going to affect how you were treated. They mentioned that many times. They kind of did that, but not really. Continue. Sorry.
No, that's okay, because they actually had a third attraction that they got rid of in Galaxy's Edge. Now, what happened was it wound up being very expensive to hire all those actors to have all that immersion. There were even patents filed for laser blasts.
Well, that might be for Rise of the Resistance. That's
true, that technology. But we're going to talk about what was kind of revealed. Yeah, here's the restaurant where you basically were going to go. It was going to be like dinner theater. You're going to be entertained and served by aliens, surrounded by aliens. It was going to be like walking into a Star Wars movie, and it got chopped. And now it's just like many people have said, a big giant mall with one video game style ride. And it's just a lot of empty. Maybe at some point they'll decide they want to hire actors and make it better.
Well, I still love there's that comment again that cynical execs in Burbank defended the removal of the dinner show by insisting visitors would Instagram photos of their high-priced cocktails and thus be entertained just as much as they would have been watching an expensive to operate dinner show. Because Instagram is and you'd advertise them for free. That was so much better than them watching.
That is Disney's mindset now. I mean, it really is. It's almost like you're paying for the privilege of being there to promote their products. We saw that firsthand with D23 when they did this article on people that were signing up for Disney Plus, and they were basically like, yes, we owe it to the brand to sign up for this.
Yeah, I don't think they said that.
That's what they're quoted. Who knows? But I was like, what?
Why would you say I do it for the brand? Who says that?
I don't know.
Let me rephrase that. What actual person they talked to that wasn't someone from the marketing team says that?
It's a really good question. But Disney is very overconfident. They think that if you just build something, even if you cheap out on it, that people are going to come. Well, they are going to implement some of these fantastic ideas. They were great ideas, and I was actually excited for this park, even not being a fan of the sequels, just because of the immersion. I thought it'd be really cool. So now, D23 they dropped information about the Star Wars hotel that's reportedly going to run over $1,000 a night.
You're hearing higher than that.
Right? I was hearing higher than that. We're talking just for a 2-night stay.
Well, they are 2-night stays.
Yeah, they're 2-night stays. I think it's just going to be on the weekends, and it's going to run like $3,000 plus. So it's not cheap.
So what are they gonna do the rest of the time when they don't have 2-night stays? Are they gonna like rent it out to like expensive events and things?
Oh, probably they do that. I don't know if people realize that. Disney actually rents out a lot of their attractions and venues for high-end corporate parties and wedding receptions.
You could go. You went to Pandora before, for the Avatar Land before it was open, and you could ride whatever, and
We had a media dinner in Indiana Jones
for that media access that supposedly never existed.
That media access
until the new girl took, suddenly got it.
So the new girl took over our blog. Yeah, the media access that didn't exist. I actually have a picture of my badge somewhere. I should put that with me.
But anyway. I know, right?
So they do this. I hadn't even thought of that, but yeah, they probably would do something like this. And in this case, they only have to pay actors on the weekends. They only have to pay them on the weekends. I don't know if
it is just weekends, but I know it's 2-day or 2-night, 3-day type of deal is what it is what I'm hearing. So I don't know if it's only weekends or not, but I know it's 2-day, 3-night, something like that.
So looking at this concept art, 2-night, yeah, it's basically a scripted, a LARPing role playing type.
It is like they have cruise. Events that happen. They've scripted events that are going to happen to you. So like you mentioned to me, you're gonna go once, see what all happens, and you're not gonna probably go back. You maybe go twice if you really like it, but that's about it.
You're gonna know the plot. You're gonna know. On the second day, what the hell are they called? The New Empire, the First Order, shows up. And they hijack your ship, and everybody's got to run around like nuts trying to get away from them. Mm-hmm. I mean, this sounds good on paper, but I just can see a lot of problems with this. But yeah, they're gonna have all these actors dressed as aliens. I don't know how they're gonna do this droid. I don't think this is even possible. This is just concept art. But these are a lot of the things that they promised Galaxy's Edge, for the riffraff.
Well, here, let's read.
Would have.
Well, we go through it. It was Anne Morrow, and I'm not sure what you mean, but when they were doing the event, she was really annoying. Anyway.
The woman that was in charge of it. Yeah, she was very magical. Magical.
So they announced the name, was the Galactic Star Cruiser, and this is the Halcyon or something like that.
The Halcyon, yeah.
It's a luxury starliner.
That's how to justify the price.
Right. So they said it's a 2-night adventure which participants board and depart together. The voyage begins at Walt Disney World. Upon check-in, visitors enter a launch pod that whisks them through the stars to Halcyon.
Do you want to see the launch pod?
Although that's the bus. That's what takes you to Galaxy's Edge. That's not the launch pod, I don't think.
Oh, it's not the launch pod?
I think it's like make you feel like you're in it's like a little elevator that goes sideways or something. I think.
Okay.
So all the windows have a view into space. I think the bus is to go to Galaxy's Edge. I'm not sure though. Then this Anne Morrow was the one that came up on stage, and here's what she said. Warned the choices guests make in the immersive hotel experience may actually have an impact on the story of their day. That is what they promised. And I kept saying, how are they going to do that for the whole park?
They're not.
I said to you, when they said that they were going to do this for Galaxy's Edge, I'm like, how are they going to manage that? That's too many people to manage. Because they're not. They took that, and you have to pay for it. Magic comes with a price. Yeah,
so there's a port day on that too. So it's gonna be like a Disney cruise where you go to the island and you come back. In this case, they're gonna take you like field trip style to Batuu, and they said the impactful activity choices carry over to the planet excursion. So I think, because they talked about before, like your choices in the land impacting how people react to you. I think that will be the case, but only for the people who are willing to pay $1,000 a night. Not for the general audience, but not for the riffraff.
They made it out it was going to be for general audiences.
Right.
And I did say at the time, when they were saying this, I said to you, I don't see how they can totally do that for everybody, because it's too many people to keep track of and to know everything they do. I mean, even with the magic bands, it's a lot.
Yeah, so, the thing is, too, is this is only at Disney World. Disneyland's not getting this.
No.
So Disneyland's going to be basically stuck with a budget cut Galaxy's Edge.
But they're putting a restaurant in there, aren't they?
I think they're putting a bigger restaurant in.
Right.
Yeah, they're doing something there. But again, this is just like, this goes back to this original article from Al Lutz, who is actually a Disney insider. He's been around for years. And he came out and said, look, they had all these great ideas for Galaxy's Edge. Disney decided to cut this down. If you look at some of these other photos, let me see. I had another article that had some of the other.
Well, I have more things. I watched the stream, so I know kind of.
Okay, well you can kind of fill us in.
What else? Go ahead. See what they say. I didn't see if they need to add anything.
Okay. Hold on. They had. Let me see here. This is actually coming from WDW News Today.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't see that one.
Yes, this is the port. I guess this is your port where you drop your car off and they take you to your space pod, which is actually just a bus. But you can see all the aliens here. You can see the technology, which was patented years ago, the laser technology, which they might use on Rise of the Resistance.
I think they're going to use it on Rise of the Resistance, too. When you saw the actual footage that they had from the ride, or like the, the people on the ride, I think they're going to use it for that.
So here, everybody's happy, and she's got her porg. She's happy, but no, look, here. Oh, look, we have a gaming table, and we have a bar with aliens. It might be kind of like, dinner.
Aliens hitting on that guy or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Is this gonna get like all tentacle porn?
Why do you have to go there? Okay, so let's look at this. Can I see this for a minute? So I wanted to go back up here, make sure you didn't miss anything. Yeah, they said that they're gonna have these kind of activities, and they're gonna have training activities. They said that that in a case of an event that you might have to use this information, which means basically they're going to put you in a situation that requires it. Hope no one gets hurt. Anyway, every window, including those in the cabin, have a view of the galaxy, which is, they're all screens. They said this, you'll discover the ship and perhaps hidden spaces deep within the past. They have like all these hidden spaces in the ship with mechanics of the ship, perfect for uncovering secrets or holding secret meetings or stumbling upon their secret meetings so you can join their team. They'll probably have someone come up to you and say, meet us wherever for the meeting.
Yeah, right.
So the choices you make during your adventure will help determine how your Star Wars story progresses, which is what they promised for everybody else. Everything they promised that was cool is going to be there.
It's going to be an upcharge.
But it's going to be at the hotel, and you're going to pay a lot more for it.
This is kind of like DLC, isn't it?
It is. Yes.
This is what this is. This is just like the problem people had with Battlefront. Was, hey, the game we were promised is not the game that you get when you pay the $50-$60. You got to pay more if you want to get everything. That's exactly what they're doing with Galaxy's Edge. It's like, oh, yeah, all that really cool stuff, that immersion that we promised you, yeah, you don't get that unless you pay an extra $1,000 a night. Per person.
I mean, there's a discount for more people you have.
So, yes, the rest of the riffraff can just go to the overpriced shopping mall. If you want to actually live a Star Wars adventure, you gotta pay.
Well, to be fair, though, it's easier. It's a hell of a lot easier to manage a small group like this because there's not gonna be a lot of people who can afford it. And there's not, I don't think there's that many rooms. So it's easy to, make this, an inclusive event, with all these actors and control the situation. Make it a controlled environment to make sure no one gets hurt and everything with a small group. So to be fair, I understand why they did it. I just think it's absolutely crappy that they promised people they were going to do this stuff, but now you can get the stuff, but you have to be really, really, it's really expensive. You have to have lots of money to do it.
Yeah, lots of money, because we're talking the price that the minimum price is over $3,000. That is actually
that's what we're hearing. We don't have official prices yet, but they're gonna be doing bookings soon. They said bookings are gonna come up soon.
So the scary thing about that is an average family of 4 can actually have an okay vacation at Disney World for that same amount of money, $3,000-$4,000.
Well, that was for one person.
That's for one person?
Starting? I think the more people you have in your cabin, the less expensive it gets. But I think that was what it was starting at for one person.
Yeah, I knew it was like 30. I think it's per cabin. I think it's like a cruise line, the Disney cruise where you pay per cabin. So it's however many people you have in the cabin. So it basically is, Disney cruise. But yeah, they're showing all these droids. They're showing all the the astromechs and all that cool stuff that we thought we were going to get in Galaxy's Edge. That was going to be included with the price of admission into the park. They're holding it back. You have to pay an exorbitant amount of money to see it.
But it is very much like the cruise line because they said the food and beverages and stuff like that and entertainment are being included. So it is very much like the cruise line. Most people don't understand that.
Yeah.
With Disney cruises, most of the food and beverages are as much as you want and they're included. So they're saying that right here. It is like the cruise line. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just like who is this for? It kind of is
like the cruise line.
It is like the cruise line. But even the cruises don't cost that much.
No.
Not for 2 nights. I mean, you can go for like almost a week. So who is this for? I'm trying to figure out who this is for because only like either people that just have money to burn. I mean, just like or super Star Wars fans, or I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. And again, you do it once.
Right.
You've already done the story.
Why did you do it again?
It's like an escape room. You figured it out once. You're not
unless the story changes.
Unless they change it. I mean, they have multiple stories. Maybe like Monday and Tuesday they do the resistance attack story, and then you do it like, on the weekends, and it's like, here come the Huts or something. I have no idea. I don't know.
Here come the Huts. I'm sorry.
Dickface is coming to get you. Dickface alien.
Yes, I know. You're obsessed with that dick alien. I'm liking these, though.
It's a bad idea.
These are Haunted Mansion lace ears that are brand new, and there are two things I love, Haunted Mansion and mouse ears. And I'm like, dang it. See, you took me here, now I want the mouse ears. I don't want this. I mean, I do, but I'm shy. I'm an introvert. I don't think I would do well in this situation. And it's too expensive. But I like this. Anyway, continue.
No, that's okay. I just, those are pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I think of this. I really don't know what I think of this. I don't know how long it's going to last. I got to wonder, because like, once everyone who can afford to do it or wants to do it does it, and it kind of wanes in popularity.
Right.
Okay. Do you think they would turn it into something else? Do you think they would just turn it into a straight up, hotel with no role-playing elements? Do you think would they turn this into the giant Star Wars dinner theater, and that would be the whole, like, you just turn it into a restaurant or something?
Like a Hoop-de-Doo review type thing?
Yeah, the Hoop-de droid review or something.
Something like that. But I don't know, they could. I mean, it's an awful lot of rooms, I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't have a good feeling.
They probably have to drop the price of what they're going to do first.
Yeah, but you still have to pay all those people to, I don't know. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't think this was really thought out. I think Disney, my personal opinion, and it's just an opinion, take it or leave it. My opinion is they greenlit all of this high-end stuff based on the success of The Force Awakens, not realizing that, that was pretty much like the peak. First Star Wars movie in many, many years. False promises.
I was right. See? It starts at $3,300 for one person.
Oh God!
Or okay. And then it says if a cabin with 5 passengers could cost you $7,200.
Okay, yeah, forget that.
Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. I told you that's what it was.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just saying it's a lot of like kind of empty promises with the sequel trilogy. Getting everybody back together. They didn't do it. Interest waned. Kids' interest is waning in Star Wars right now. Are they going to beg their parents to be, hey, you can either, help pay for college, or, we can go on the Star Wars thing for 2 days.
Yeah.
3 days.
And for that price, you could go
buy a damn
stay
car.
At one of the moderates or the Luxus and do a bunch of extra stuff. You can dining plan it up, moderate it up, hopper passes and everything for that price.
You could go get a VIP tour guide for a day.
Oh, yeah.
And get on every damn ride in the park with no problems. Private tour guide for that kind of money. And that's who they're catering to. So you better hope that the super rich really like Star Wars, because those are the only people that are going to be able to do this.
It's only $1,400 per person if you have a room of 5. So a bunch of people that were friends got together, it would only cost you about $1,400. Not counting your flight and travel and all that, but for two nights.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, it's possible.
I don't know. I'm just surprised, but not surprised that all of the things that were promised to the general public are now behind a paywall, basically.
They do this all the time. This is kind of what they do.
So that's what it is. It's DLC. It's a paywall. Disney wants you to pay more to get the stuff they promised right out of the box. Should not surprise anyone. Not surprise anyone. So, got any final thoughts on this?
I don't really have anything. It's just, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not thinking we're surprised by this. I mean, this is everything they said that they were going to do. But I like I said before, I stand by that. It would be really, really hard to execute this kind of thing in a giant park full of people. So I can kind of understand why they did it, but it sucks that they did it.
Yeah. So there we are. Okay, so if you got money to burn, you want to check it out, let us know, because I don't think I'm gonna spend that kind of money on it.
Take me with you.
Take Kiki. She wants to go. Or just
actually, I don't know. I'll probably hide against the wall because I'm really shy, actually.
Or just buy her a pair of mouse ears or something. Should be.
Oh, the Haunted Mansion mouse ears. Yeah, so, there you go.
All right, so please subscribe to the channel if you guys have not done so already. Helps the channel grow. Want to get big. Big reef.
Yeah, we have to save the reefs.
Save the reef. We need to save the reef.
Saving our reef.
Saving our reef. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.